Hello! And we are making, or I am making a Minnie Mouse themed cake, but this time it is in purple. It is a 2-tier smaller cake. Right now I am covering a 6-inch cake in purple, as you can see, and smoothing it out. The cake has been in the fridge, so the buttercream, the Swiss meringue buttercream, has hardened. And now I'm just smoothing down the sides. Prior to adding the fondant on, I did use a damp paper towel so that the fondant can stick to the buttercream. And now I'm going to show you guys the straight edge routine that I use, which is not perfect because it worked great with ganache, but it's okay. It's the best I can do. Using my 2 smoothers, putting some powdered sugar on it, or cornstarch. Actually, I prefer cornstarch. Yelling out clear before you start, and then smoothing out the edges in between them. Like I push up for the side one and I push forward for the top one, kind of meeting the 2 ends together. You just got to be careful not to pinch them, but even if you do, you can kind of cut off the excess. It's nothing too much to be concerned about. And then you're going to see some cake farts as well, because you're pressing into the cake, so it's releasing whatever air was in there, and then it farts. So it creates a bubble. So what I do is just pop that bubble and I smooth it out. You saw prior to that me smoothing it out with a piece of fondant, and I believe Ella Makes Cakes on Instagram taught me that tip, and it's awesome. There you go. So as you can see, you see how it's starting to go down, and you can see that little right there. Okay, you guys got to like work fast if this fondant is soft, because it starts to push itself down and stretch a little bit, and sometimes it tears. So you're gonna see a portion in here where I'm smoothing it out. It's just awful, but I go ahead and I fix it with my smoothers and my straightening routine. Okay, enjoy. And I'm back. And if you wonder how I get those hand cut images, well, I cheat a little bit and I use an actual image. I place it on a piece of fondant. I trace over it with a toothpick just so I can indent into the fondant, and then I cut out the outline. Now, some people actually cut out the whole image and use that to be able to cut it out on the piece of fondant, but that's just an extra step that I really don't think is necessary to do. So I do that for the face, the back face, the eyes, I even indent the eye area just so I know where it's going to be. So when I put it down, it's evenly placed. You know what I mean? Even the nose, I put it there so I know that it's evenly placed. That's just a damp paper towel, again, to stick the fondant together. And you see that? I even do it for the eyes just to make sure that they are the exact shape. Now I can go ahead and try and outline it myself, but this is just quicker and easier. What's up? Okay, and now I'm using my bubble straws, or they are milkshake straws, where I am going ahead, or smoothie straws, sorry. And I insert the first one, cut it according to the level of cake, take it out, and then cut the rest of them according to that size of the first one. Because I'll be honest, my cakes aren't always perfectly even. There's some levels that are shorter than others. So I want to make sure that the straws are all the same level to hold up that top tier. I also just inserted a skewer like you saw, picked up the cake. It's been in the fridge, so it's nice and firm. You don't got to worry about leaving any marks, and just placed it right on there as you saw. Since that was that wasn't a 6-inch tier, that's a 5-inch tier. So since that's a 5-inch tier, I just used 5 straws, 1 in the middle and 4 around, because it's not very top heavy. I also steamed it with my mini steamer, which is supposed to steam clothes, but it doesn't work very great on clothes. So trust me, I've tried. So I just use it for my cakes, and that's just to make the fondant sticky so that it sticks to each other. It works perfectly. I actually cannot live with my steamer. One time it broke, and I couldn't even live a day without it. I had to go buy a new one. Use the pearl edge from the Wilton fondant mat to create those pearls around the edge. Cut out our ribbon, place the ribbon there, and I'll be making a bow next for you guys to see, and that really doesn't need any explanation, so enjoy. All right, so some people wonder how I write my letters. I just Google Disney font and I use food coloring and I paint it on. It's kind of scary because if you mess up, you can't go back. Well, you can, but it's going to be hard. So I kind of eyeball where each letter is going to be, and I go ahead and I paint that on as carefully as I can. Kind of got to eyeball and measure. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share and subscribe and like and repeat. All that other stuff that YouTubers say. Enjoy, guys.